Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is CryptoTakeOver coming back with another video again for y'all this evening. And we're going to get jumping right into the markets here pretty soon. I just wanted to tell y'all that right now me and the Patreon members are up 20% on one of our trades right now. So shout out to them. I really appreciate them giving me the feedback that I need to help the channel grow, and then also to help provide them with the good information that they can help themselves with, and that's overall what I want to do is just help people become more informed on this channel, give them a better analysis of what I think and what we can help predict together as a community as well too. So shout out to them. And yeah, does it look like Bitcoin could head to 10K, maybe mid 10K area, like 10.3, 10.5? That's a possibility. Or are we going to go back down and refill some of these gaps on the CME Bitcoin futures chart at about 8,500? So that's yet to be determined. Right now we're consolidating at about a 98.7, 9800 area. But we're going to dive into some of these higher time frames just to see what's going on. So if y'all are interested in that, please stick around, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, so that way y'all can be updated every day that I produce a video. Here we go. All right, so let's take a look at Bitcoin on the 1 hour here. As you can see, we started to trend below our VWAP here. We were steadily having it as support for us, but now it seems that it has become a little bit of resistance. Now, that doesn't mean that it's going to continue like that. Sometimes we come below support on it, and then we bounce right back above it. As you can see here, bounced above it again. So we're really just going to have to wait to see what happens here. We are starting to hug this 21 EMA though as well. Our 100 EMA is about 9,500, and then we have our pivot low at about 9,500 too as well. So, or the low 95, and our 100 EMA is about 9,550. So that could be an area of consolidation or a little bit of retracement for us as well, possibly. What I can notice here on our Cipher B is that we are starting to round just a tad bit to the downside. So we did have that big push back to the upside whenever we did move into the red territory of the money flow. But then when we started to move into our green area of money flow, we had our big move back to the upside, about 9,800. So right now, I'm up in my trade, and I'm thinking about taking some profit pretty soon, possibly, because as of the 1 hour, still looks like it could start to trickle down to the lower end area of maybe about 95, 96. My entry point on this was about 9,600, so I'm still sitting okay, but I'd like to see if we can go back up and retest 10K possibly. Our 2 hour is actually looking pretty good. You can see that our money flow is starting to move into the green area just a tad bit, but honestly, I feel like this green money flow was kind of that we just had is maybe a little bit of a trigger wave to put us back down into more reddish money flow possibly too. Our 2 hour has a sell signal here, so I would imagine that we still need to come back down just a tad bit lower to signal a buy. That is a possibility as well too. We can see some bearish divergence happening on our Cipher B as well, indicating that we could have some more downwards movement. Our 4 hour here with a sell signal that hit a couple of hours ago. Also, money flow kind of looks like it wants to trickle off just a tad bit. Trigger wave forming here on the top. Maybe a little bit of a movement to the downside as well too. No big significant sell-off signs like blood diamonds or yellow X's or anything like that, so it's not looking too bearish right now. Let's take a look at our 8 hour. 8 hour, also money flow starting to trickle off just a tad bit, maybe forming somewhat of a trigger wave here to send us back to the downside. No red dot just yet on our 8 hour, but does look like we are starting to hit some consolidation just a tad bit. So guys, I hope that y'all have signed up for the newsletter. I'm getting a lot of new subscribers to the newsletter as well. But I did send out the buy whales buy sell signal settings as well for that too. So I hope that y'all are enjoying that. Also, I did put that in the Patreon. I mean, in the Discord group and the Telegram group. But to be fair to my Patreons, I feel like I'm only gonna leave that video up probably for about another week, and then I'm gonna end up having to take it down. So because y'all are brand new subscribers to my channel and y'all are here to support me in the beginning, and hopefully y'all stick around till I grow and that we hit that 5K sub mark too. Y'all are gonna be the ones that know exactly how the settings work in whales buy sell signal. The rest of the new people will have to be subscribed to the Patreon for that too. So hopefully maybe later on y'all will be subscribed to the Patreon as well to help support the channel. I want to do a little bit more for the Patreon group. I want to make sure that they have some different indicators that I use throughout TradingView as well. Some different tips and tricks on my TradingView account that I can share with them, as well as some tips and tricks on Bybit, how to lower your fees on Bybit, such as those things too. So I want them to be informed about that as well. So I will keep them up to date with that. As far as the Discord and Telegram group, those are free, and we're constantly growing our Telegram group and the Discord group. So I hope that y'all can join those. But I will leave the whales buy sell signal video up probably for about another week in our Telegram and Discord group. But then after that, it's only going to be available in the Patreon group. So go ahead and go watch that video. Make sure that y'all have those settings down and that y'all are using them to y'all's so that y'all can help decide what trades to get in and out of as well too. So if we take a look at our 8-hour, starting to see a little bit of a rounded curve, a little bit of a trigger wave here forming. Also money flow starting to trickle off just a tad bit on our 8-hour. Let's take a look at our 12-hour. 12-hour. So this was our buy signal here that I did signal our Patreon members and first about this buy signal, and then I sent it out to the Telegram group a couple of hours later. So I hope that y'all are doing well on this signal here. But this was I like to play off the 12-hour. It just gives us a little bit more time to get in and out of the market as well. But what I'm seeing right now is that our money flow is starting to trickle off just a tad bit, maybe putting in some trigger waves to send us to the downside. What I would like to see is us move back above our 60% pivot point, indicating we're in an overbought position. Our RSIs are already looking pretty overbought in our 12-hour. And so what I like to do is just play one time frame and just kind of leave it at that. So I'm really just kind of playing the 12-hour right now and waiting till I'm in that overbought position here on Cipher B. And then once we start to move to the downside, or once we put in a red dot, then I'll maybe consider taking profit. I'll let the Telegram group know, or I'll let the Patreon group members know first, and then later send that out to the rest of the group. So that's kind of what I'm looking for right now. I don't see signs of a major sell-off just yet, but we're going to dive into some of the higher time frames just to take a look at that. So let's take a look at our 1 day here. In our 1 day, we just had our buy signal, which is looking pretty healthy too, with a little bit of a flat correction here, but then our big move to the upside that we played off of our 12-hour as well there with 2. Somewhat of a bearish divergence with a little bit of a trigger wave here. No red dot just yet, but we did start to move into that green money flow, indicating that we still had some upwards momentum to go on our 1 day. We never fully came back down to retest that 200-day moving average. Honestly, it's not really looking like we want to come back down and retest that right now, though. The most I could see us retracing is maybe about 96, 9500 possibly. So as far as I'm concerned, it doesn't look like we are seeing a lot of bearish momentum just yet. I still feel like the bulls have a lot more control in this market as of right now. But we can look at some of the higher time frames and they'll tell us even more information too. So if y'all do want to upgrade y'all's y'all's TradingView account, I use the Pro Plus plan. It allows me to use 5 indicators on the screen. Y'all can upgrade using my link in the description box below. I am doing a giveaway at 5K subs, so hopefully y'all stick around till then. Y'all need to be signed up with the newsletter if y'all want to be eligible for this giveaway of the Ledger Nano S. But ledgers are basically just for those people who want to buy and hold, which is highly recommended. I recommend that if you are trading, you always have a HODL stash, and you leave that HODL stash, leave it stored away alone, away from everything else, to where you're not going to be tempted to mess with it at all, basically. That's the best way to do it. If you are trading, or if you just want to HODL, just HODL it, leave it for a few years, and then you probably get some pretty good gains off of it. As of right now, it's looking like we'll have some pretty healthy moves to the upside, possibly, and people will probably be wanting to sell pretty soon too. If you do want to leverage trade, oh, I forgot to say, if you buy Ledger Nano X right now, you get a free Ledger Nano S too. So that's one of the perks that they have using my affiliate link. So y'all can use that if y'all like. Bybit, if y'all are interested in leverage trading, it's not recommended, but if you are interested, I'd recommend using Bybit. It's probably the most easiest navigatable trading platform to use right now. So totally recommend that if y'all are interested. But if y'all don't want to risk leverage trading, then by all means, don't. I encourage testnet first. So ask customer support once you sign up for Bybit, how to use the testnet. It's like a 2-step process, super simple. If y'all are USA residents, then y'all can use Prime XBT to leverage trade as well. Let's take a look at our 2-day here. This is our 1 day still. Let's take a look at our 2-day. 2-day still moving into that greenish territory, possibly pretty soon. So that's going to look really, really bullish once we start to move into that greenish territory, which will probably send us up to that 10K, mid 10K region possibly. So I would suspect to see some resistance at 10,300 possibly after a little bit of a sell-off, because I believe our 4-hour had a sell signal, and that we were starting to trim below that VWAP just a tad bit. But if anything, I could see us coming back down to retest this 100 or this 21 EMA on our 4-hour, which is at about 9,500. So that's kind of what I've been saying, is maybe possibly a little bit of a retracement back down to that area, but then continuing more to the upside based on our 2-day here. And this is our 3-day. So our 3-day and 2-day are still looking really bullish, because our money flow just looks like it's ready to move into that greenish territory as well, and our continued uptrend with our blue waves as well too. 4-day. Our 4-day is looking pretty healthy as well. Money flow did start to move back into that greenish territory. And I just want to see if we could have any more confluence with that little bit of a red sell-off, but then we move back into a greenish area. That was at the very beginning of Bitcoin's. So a little bit of a reddish sell-off, and then we move back into that greenish territory. I mean, that's just one thing that why one of my mentors right now is telling me that he's not 100% bull right now, and I get that, because I think our 4-day and 5-day are still have some bearish momentum to them, just a tad bit, because of this money flow that trickled into the green and then into the red. This could just be a trigger wave for us too, to send us back down further into the red territory. So we really want to keep an eye on these money flows on our 4-day and our 5-day as well too. Our 5-day kind of rounding its top here on our 5-day too. Maybe once we close red in this 5-day, we have a little bit of a trigger wave to send us back down to the downside too. So by the end of next week, I would say we're going to know a little bit more about what direction Bitcoin wants to head. I've been saying February is going to be a very high volatility month, especially with the ups and downs. As you can see back here, we've had these huge spikes, 50% up to the upside, and then continued sell off. And I kind of feel like that's what might be happening here, is we have this huge 50% spike to the upside, and then another reconsolidation phase back to the downside too as well. we'll just have to wait and see. I believe that Craig Wright is still going to get the Climate Tulip Trust funds as well too. So just to decide what he wants to do with those funds, if they're going to end up selling off or what may you have it. This could just be a nice little pump for taxes as well too, to pay, so people can pay off their taxes. So that's also a possibility as well. Our 5-day though, kind of looking like it's curving off to the downside with money flow, but as we know, if our money flow is still looking nice and thick and juicy, then we're still going to see some more movement to the upside too. So I wouldn't be too bearish just right now either, thinking that we're going to have a big sell-off anytime soon. Our 6-day also looking really nice with the green money flow to the upside. Our weekly green money flow still moving to the upside. Things are looking pretty healthy right now, so I would say that we don't have a lot of bearish sentiment to be there's not a lot of bearish sentiment to be had right now, to say the least, but it's always a possibility, so we just need to be aware and keep an eye on the markets. That's why I like to do a video every single day on this channel, and I hope that y'all are enjoying them. Hope that y'all are getting some value out of these videos that I make every single day. So also, I do use the Brave browser. If y'all are interested in that, y'all can use the link in the description box below to sign up for that. Y'all can also tip me in BAT token if you'd like as well too, but I earn BAT token by just clicking on ads basically while I'm browsing the web. So as you can see here, I'm getting paid out in BAT token, and that's just basically a way to hodl as well too. Hodl your favorite crap coins right now if you will, because they're all kind of moving up in value. So if you want to mine Bitcoin straight from your web browser, you can use CryptoTab browser. So I'll open it up really quick. Right now I have it running on about 3 other computers, and it's mining Bitcoin for me. So once you get it set up, you basically just sign in with your Gmail account, and then once you get signed in with your Gmail account, then you can just leave this running in the background of your computer, and it'll start to mine Bitcoin for you while you're doing whatever. Pretty much I just leave it running throughout the day, and you can adjust your hash power if you'd like, and you're going to hear your fan speed up just a tad bit too. That'll tell you that your computer's working and it's solving all those algorithms and stuff too. So y'all can check that out if y'all like. Also follow me on Twitter and follow me on Instagram. Y'all can message me on there. Get signed up for the newsletter. Also join the Discord group, Telegram group. Shout out to the Patreon members. Let me give them a shout out real quick. BTC Punisher, Aiken Un, Ogus Dogensoy, Paul A. Keller, and Unique Object. So thanks for y'all's support. I really appreciate it. I'll be doing some updates for y'all here pretty soon. I got some new information from a few friends in my other Patreon groups that I want to share with y'all as well too, and my other paid groups that also want to share with y'all. So I hope that y'all enjoy this content. Let's just take a look at our monthly really quick, see what's going on here. Monthly, nice big green candles to the upside here with a nice doji reversal as well too. So I feel like that 12K 11K area is in the works for us, but we're just going to keep an eye on the markets together to see what we can see. But our weekly starting to move into the upside, and then our 2-week also probably wanting to move a little bit more to the upside as well too. We shall see what happens though. I would say, if anything, a little bit of a retracement possibly over the weekend, and after that we could be clear skies ahead for that mid 10K area. So I hope that y'all enjoyed this content. Thanks for coming back to the channel. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, because I make a video every single day. And if y'all are wanting to stay updated with the market Cipher indicator and also other things that I can provide, other value that I can provide, then go ahead and subscribe. So I will see y'all then again next time. CTO signing out.